Russia is being dragged back into the dark ages by the President Vladimir Putin and the strongmen that surround him. It's happening with silent approval of Russian people and in front of the eyes of the entire world. The strong men are doing it. And it should be a warning to the world, especially to the West. Instead, many in the West, in the countries with democracy, like Vladimir Putin and like what he's doing to Russia. I want this message to be a wake-up call for the many who accept the strongman culture and the warning for the rest of us. Howdy, everyone. My name is Konstantin. Welcome to Inside Russia, where usual Russia is explained by the unusual Russian. For the past 3 years, I've been chronicling how Russia, the country I was born and raised in, has been demising. To be precise, how Russia has been being destroyed. If I were to summarize of what's happened, I'd tell you this. Russia has been hijacked by Vladimir Putin and a group of few of his friends and friends of their friends. They all came from the city of St. Petersburg. They have built a system of governing Russia called the vertical of power. They use the laws that they have created and violence to rule people harshly, using all the resources that Russia is rich with. In other words, what's going on in today's Russia looks more and more like feudalism. Political, economic, legal, military, cultural, and social system that existed in Europe from the 9th to the 15th centuries. Feudalism was based on the relationship between a lord and a vassal, who were bound by reciprocal obligations. The lord was a noble who held land, and the vassal was granted possession of land and certain powers in exchange for service. I'm seeing more and more signs of feudalism in Russia every single day. That's not a nice system. The lord holds the absolute power. His vassals protect and serve him. In return, they are given a right to do anything they want with the serfs, us. I'm generalizing, of course, but I think you get the idea. And I have two big questions. Why are Russian people accepting their country's change to the dark ages? And why do people in the West like the strongman culture? The first question about Russians is a topic for a long discussion. It'll be done in the upcoming videos here at Inside Russia. The answer to the second question is a complete mystery to me. Why in the world do some people in the West like Vladimir Putin and strongmen in general? It's not just Putin and Russia, it's strongman culture, and it's everywhere. I see it everywhere. I understand the historical factors where physical strength was crucial for survival and, for leadership. But this is the 21st century right now. We don't live in the early human societies. We no longer need physical strength to survive. Now, a little personal story for you. The thing that fascinated me the most when I came to the United States 25 years ago was people governing themselves. The government existed, but its influence over people was minimal. When I asked about it, I was told, we American people, we don't need no government to tell us what to do, how to live our lives. We are the people, we tell the government what to do. We choose our politicians to represent our will, and we replace them if we don't like the job that they do. And I looked around, and it wasn't just words, it was true. People in Maine, in the state that I lived in, set up their own rules. They created their own laws, the way they wanted it. They didn't need the permission approval from Washington, D.C. for every step, every small change in the way they lived. We are the people concept was alive and well. And it was such a drastic change from the country I grew up in. In the USSR, it was run by the ultimate strongmen, the Politburo, and people had no say whatsoever. And I loved what I saw in America instantly. It was the most beautiful thing. It was like living in a dream. There were no strongmen, no one to poison life with consolidation of absolute power in one hand and abusing it. The Republic, a state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives, and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a king or a czar. We finally came to republic, the power of the people. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing people in the West are fascinated with strong men. It's everywhere, in business, in popular culture, in politics. I hear all over that many people in America and Europe, the Westerners, support Vladimir Putin. And many Westerners, Americans, Canadians, Australians, British, actually move to Russia and happily brag how wonderfully Russia is governed by the strong hand, by the strong fist. They loved what Putin has done to my country, and they brag about it. What the hell? Strongman culture is everywhere these days. I hear songs about strongmen. I watch movies, miniseries. The strongmen are celebrated, Some movies and series are madly popular, They are about strongmen, about empires of different kinds. They're about influence and lust for power. People love it somehow. For example, the Game of Thrones or the Dune, this new miniseries, they're madly popular. They dominate the media, and there are good emperors there fighting the bad ones. Good strongmen fighting bad strongmen. Somehow that's so sexy to people. They believe in good emperors, in good strongmen. Well, let me tell you a secret. There are no good emperors. The emperor from the Dune, Leto Atreides, is not a good guy. He is the emperor. Because every emperor, real or one on TV screen, has one goal and one goal only: to keep and expand his power at the expense of other people. That's emperor's essence. What I saw in America 25 years ago was beautiful. No strong man in power, but the politicians elected by the people, and if they misrepresent people, they get booted. The president is elected, and he knows that no matter what, no matter how much power he consolidates in his hands, he'll be out of the office in either 4 or 8 years. And after, he'll live like a normal person, a normal life, with no immunity or other royal privileges. Don't get me wrong. I don't idolize America. There are still plenty of strong men and crooked politicians. We're all people, after all, human beings. But these people are cut off from consolidating absolute power by the system of political checks and balances. And that is beautiful. Not too many countries in the world exist with such systems that actually work. And now, today, I'm seeing people romanticizing the power and the strong men. Not just romanticizing, they elect them. Look at Europe. Look all over. My question to you is, what the heck is going on? Perhaps I'm misreading things and there's no such problem in the West. Let me know. And if I am right, then why the strongman culture, the potential killer of the most beautiful thing, we are the people concept, why is it on the rise? Vladimir Putin is the ultimate strongman and the czar. Along with his bodies, has ruined my country. And I want to warn you, beware of strong men. Know that there are no good strong men out there. No one knows better than yourself what you need in your life. No one makes decision better than yourself about your life. Do not give up power of your life to other people to make decisions for you, because other people will abuse it. Do not let strong men make decisions for you, as they will only act for themselves, for their own good. That is in the nature of all strong men. Look at Russia. Use it as example of how things can go ugly. Don't ever lose control of your politicians. Otherwise, one morning, you will wake up in Russia. And you don't want that. I'll see you soon. Carthago delenda est.